Hi everybody, my name is Maki, the co-founder of MyLadyboyDate.com. Some of you may have noticed the change. We merged My Ladyboy Date into My Transgender Date. I will explain everything in this video, and don't worry, it's less complicated than it sounds. Now let's get into history. Me and my partner Cyril created My Ladyboy Date in 2013. As the name implies, we focused on Asia and it became very successful very quickly. So in 2014, we created My Transgender Date for the international audience. The two websites have always been actually just one website. The same database, the same profiles, the same members, the same everything. Just a different name and color. Pink for My Ladyboy Date and purple for My Transgender Date. This meant when you signed up on one website, your profile was also visible on the other, and vice versa. Having two websites made sense at that time because it allowed us to communicate and appeal to trans women in Asia, ladyboys, as well as trans women outside of Asia. So since 2013, we have been managing one dating site with two names, two communication strategies, and etc. What is the change about? We gave it a lot of thought, and in March 2022, we finally decided to merge My Ladyboy Date into My Transgender Date. And from now on, we will focus all our efforts and our communication only on My Transgender Date. So why the change? We have many good reasons to make this change. Number one, having two websites was confusing. Some members did not understand that both websites were actually just one and ended up creating an account on both. This created duplicate profiles and empty profiles, which wasn't good for the user experience. Our moderators are very good at spotting and fixing duplicate profiles, but still, this was not optimal. Number two, Ladyboy isn't a good word to use anymore. We opened My Ladyboy Date almost 10 years ago, and since then, things have changed in Asia. Ladyboy is used less and less. The term transgender, transsexual, trans is used more and more. And outside of Asia, Ladyboy has always been generally considered offensive. Therefore, Ladyboy is often considered an adult word for the big internet companies which are not from Asia, but rather mostly from the US. And the problem is that Ladyboy appears on blacklists that have been causing us more and more trouble. For example, an email coming from MyLadyboyDate.com has higher chances of being flagged as spam by Gmail just because there is Ladyboy in the name. It doesn't matter how clean and decent our website is, just because there is Ladyboy in the name, we are negatively impacted on all the big American platforms that we rely on, such as Google, Gmail, YouTube, Facebook, you name it. Number three, we can only publish one mobile application. You may not know, but we are currently developing our mobile app and it's almost ready to be published. But the App Store and the Play Store won't allow us to publish two quasi-identical apps. Therefore, we can publish only one app, and it makes sense to call it My Transgender Date since it allows us to reach more people. Number four, managing one website is easier. Naturally, managing two websites with two communication strategies and two sets of social media, etc., was a lot of work. Not exactly double the work, but still a lot of work. Therefore, focusing all our efforts on just one website will make things easier for us. This means more time and energy dedicated to improving the website, producing better content, and ultimately providing you with a better experience. How the change affects you. Before March 2022, you could access our dating site via any one of the two URLs, myladyboydate.com and mytransgenderdate.com. After March 2022, you will only be able to access our dating site via one URL only, and that will be mytransgenderdate.com. For 99% of you, the change is transparent. You will be automatically redirected from My Ladyboy Date to My Transgender Date. As simple as that. There is one special case, however, for a small percentage of our users where this may not work automatically. If you use the login with Facebook button and already have created multiple accounts, one on each website, in this case, you may see an error message that tells you that your Facebook account is already associated with another account on My Transgender Date. Now, if you see this error message, don't worry. Just please contact our customer support and surely we will help you with this, usually within 24 hours. We also have published a blog post that gives more details about the procedure if you encounter this error. Link will be in this video description. I hope that I managed to explain properly the change in this video and share with you my excitement about merging the two websites and focusing our efforts on My Transgender Date. And as always, I would love to know what you think, so please let me know in the comments. Do you think this is a good change? Which of the two words do you personally prefer, ladyboy or transgender? I am looking forward to reading your comments and of course answering all of them. And also, this is very important, I invite you to like and subscribe to all the social media pages of My Transgender Date so we can keep in touch with you and inform you of our latest updates. All the links are in the description. Goodbye and see you on My Transgender Date.